welcome to my video journal Minecraft Hardcore Let's Play. The idea for this is that I'm gonna play and I get one shot and I'm gonna record the whole experience and I'm gonna try to approach it with an attitude of appreciating the experience and trying to make it last, while also talking a little bit about my own experiences that I'm going through in life. So I'm going to just name the world One Shot. And let's see. I'm just gonna do random world generation here. That was very fast. I'm not used to it generating that quickly. But I'm just gonna begin by kind of exploring the world here. It's getting a little bit laggy because so much of the world is generating here. Yeah, I'm definitely experiencing quite a bit of lag, so I'm gonna turn the graphics down just a little bit. That's a bit too high. Won't do that. I'm just gonna turn that down. That's pretty high. Hopefully that'll look a little bit better. Let's see. It's not stuttering too much. So, I actually haven't had a chance to play much Minecraft since the new update, so I don't know exactly what to expect. I know they added spears and they added the Nautilus, which is pretty exciting. I'm just gonna take the time to pick up some flowers here, because I know when I do end up settling down, I'm gonna want to make my base look like a home. I'm not too fond of the desert biome, and I know that, or at least I think they added a new skeleton mob in the desert, so I'm gonna stay very clear of the desert and just focus on getting my basic necessities for the first day here, especially since we're playing hardcore. And my idea is, if and when I do finally pass on, so to speak, when my Minecraft character is done, that'll be the end of the experience and I'll stop recording. I don't know if I'll do something else on the channel. Maybe I will, but I've always kind of had the idea of starting a YouTube channel and just sharing something. I think that's a common Gen Z experience. To provide some context, I'm 22 years old and I've been playing this game since I was, well, I've had it since I was 12. I'm just gonna get some stone here. I've had Minecraft since I was 12 years old, and I've been playing it, I believe, since the first grade. I remember old Pocket Edition Minecraft. I remember playing that on my friend's iPad, and it was just amazing. I would always build these little huts out of wood, and I'd put fences instead of windows because I didn't really know how to use glass, because I had no idea what the game was really. I just kind of was winging it. So I'm just gonna take the time here to collect some leaf litter here, because I know that leaf litter is pretty important for early game fuel. Now, this is another thing that was added pretty recently to Minecraft. Maybe it's not recently now, but in my context of experience and playtime, it's pretty new. So yeah, I think we'll go for that. The idea would be to hopefully find somewhere decent to just build a little camp to start. And if this is an island over here, I think that would be perfect. I see we have a little jungle in the background. And when it comes to recording this series, I'm gonna go for more of a soft-spoken type recording so that it can be relaxing and something maybe to fall asleep to, but also just to have in the background. It's also really late, and I try to avoid waking up my family members in the house. So I'd like to be conscious of them. I think this would be a wonderful place to set up, because we have a couple little trees here. I could see a really cute house. I could see potentially making my own little cabin. I'm not too sure exactly what I'm going to build yet, and you gotta forgive my indecision of where I'm placing these blocks, because it's really been such a long time since I've even tried to record, and I definitely struggle with camera shyness and not knowing what to say. In the past, when I've tried to record some videos, I've always been too shy to actually speak, and I would end up looking back on the recordings and not liking the sound of my own voice. And I think I've gotten to a point in life where I kind of don't really care that much. I'm gonna kill this chicken here because I just need some food. I think I don't always feel this way, but I definitely believe that everyone's voice is beautiful in its own unique way, and I guess I just generally have a somewhat higher level of self-acceptance than I did when I was a kid, and I feel pretty happy in a lot of areas of my life. And I kind of just want to share my experience and maybe the things I struggle with, the things that I'm going through that are positive, and everything in between. I still don't know if I'll go with more of an anonymous route, or I don't know. I don't want to overshare when it comes to the lives and experiences of others, so maybe I'll have to fabricate some names. I'm just gonna get started with a little cabin here. We'll put some saplings down. Just a little hut to start, maybe. It doesn't have to be pretty. I won't build with grass, so we won't get the old green top going. Seems like the animals wanna hang out. So what I think we'll do is we'll have a very simple cabin. I shouldn't have this is gonna look ridiculous. I shouldn't have put all that wood into planks, because now I'm not going to be able to make charcoal for torches. But what I think I'll do I guess I can because I have birch. I don't like birch anyways, unless it's for flooring. So we're gonna get some birch. That would be really cool to build something on in the future. I'm already feeling very happy with this spawn. And this ridiculous looking cabin. Maybe I'll just keep it. This feels like something I would have built when I was a kid. I see a lot of videos on how Minecraft feels different, and I definitely resonate with a lot of those that I know how I feel about that. Just do that. It doesn't feel quite the same as it did when I was a kid, but I definitely still find joy in the experience. I like to play with my girlfriend, and we have a realm that we've been slowly working through, and that's been really fun to experience because we've kind of got to the point where we have netherite and we have all the little things that we need. I think the joy of Minecraft is definitely in the shared experience. Because yeah, I thought that was a skeleton. My heart just dropped so hard. Playing alone is one thing, but playing with someone else is very special. I think I should have killed a sheep earlier because we're gonna have to deal with some mobs really quick. I just need some food. I guess I already have the chickens. Down here would be a good spot to look for some iron, especially as it's getting late. Maybe I'll convert this into a little mining cabin. That's my excuse for it being so ugly. Oh, it's just my mining cabin. Do that. It's perfect dimensions, and then I can make a stone shovel. Put some of my excess stuff in the chest. Definitely going to pre-cook this as well because knowing myself, I like to take a lot of risks when I'm mining, and with this being hardcore, any little bit of food will definitely count for something. We'll just wait for this chicken to finish cooking. Might just burn this. Get the wood pickaxe out of the way. Perfect. Like some more charcoal. I think we'll do that to start. That should be enough torches for quite a low Y level. So I think my priority for this episode would be to just get iron. Make sure that I have maybe a full set of tools. Ooh, this might be a bit of a pain to deal with. Let's see what this is. I think it might be a whole underwater cave. I don't know if they spawn drowned down here though. Now, with it being Java, I think I could do this. Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Wasted all that wood on charcoal when I could have just come down here. But that's okay because I go through a lot of coal. I haven't really had my own personal Minecraft world that I've played long term. And you know, like, I've seen some people that they'll keep a world for years and years and years, and they'll just have these huge mega structures. And for me, I don't really get to the point where I have any. For me, a mega structure might be like 20 by 20 wide, but it doesn't get to be much more than that, to be honest. I might try to. I think what I'm going to do is I'm gonna go back up, and we're gonna get one more door, and we're gonna do, well, I guess 3 more doors, because I can't just make one. But with that cave going so deep like that, I think I could just use doors to swim down to get to the level where iron will spawn, because really, I can just like go back. Oh yeah, this is gonna be perfect. It's gonna be perfect. And there's even little bubbles for some more air. I could realistically probably get down to like grab some diamonds or something. Here's some iron. That's perfect. This is kind of an unconventional way to get iron, to be honest. I haven't really done this before. I guess I should go here to my bed. My only concern is that maybe if I am not careful, I could get stuck and lose track of where I am. I feel like I already kind of have done that, but I know that the door's up here, so I'm gonna put a little cobblestone marker. I feel like my... Whoops. Ooh, that was close. I feel like my my air bubbles aren't lasting very long, but I'm very used to my realm that I've got going on, where we have the aqua affinity, or the water breathing. So I think that definitely has to do with it. Oh, that's kind of cheeky. I can see everything. I like that. Feel free as well to let me know if there's anything that you'd like to see me explore in the future, because I think, I mean, of course I don't know where this will go, or if this will go anywhere. I definitely just want to have a place to share and enjoy the game, but I'm always happy to collaborate with other people in different areas in life, and if there's something that you want me to do, I'd be happy to give it a try. Looks like it's still nighttime. Do that. That leaf litter sure is coming in handy. Yeah, I think I'll start with a pickaxe for sure, and maybe yeah, we'll go for armor, I think. I don't know, now that it's gonna be morning pretty soon, I'll probably just grab a tiny bit more. And then we'll get the next achievement, I think. Perfect. I feel like this is a reference to, I don't know exactly what it's a reference to, but it sounds like they're trying to say, isn't it ironic? But I don't know what that's a reference to, so I don't know. If someone knows, let me know. We'll see if we... No chicken. So we'll do this. I don't know why I put that away. I'm kind of just tweaking. Okay, it's morning almost. maybe I'll just take that time to grab a little bit more stone here. And explore the surrounding area once the sun comes up. I do think a sword would be a good idea because I am very fragile right now, and with it being a hardcore world... Oh, I only grabbed 4 iron, I guess. Well, we'll just fight him off with a shovel, I guess. I mean, I do have the wooden axe, but I feel like I could come down here and find another piece of iron pretty easily. So we'll do that. I do think I'll try going down a bit lower actually, because this feels like a great opportunity to get some more resources. Especially with how rapidly I can go down in Y level. We're already at deep slate. It's crazy. Okay, that's copper. I do know that, oh yeah, there is copper armor now, so I can do that pretty easily. I know it's kind of garbage, but it's probably worth picking up as opposed to not. Now, kind of given us a reason to use it. I never would pick up copper before. To be fair though, I feel like with Minecraft I get resistance to picking up everything when it's new, because I'm like, oh no, the game's changing. I think that might be a big part of the problem with current Minecraft. It's not that it's gotten worse, it's just that it's gotten different, right? And I think a lot of people don't like difference. They don't like change. I don't always like change. Check what my Y level is. -4. I have to run. I guess I have to take some damage here. Oh, no. We're good. Okay. We will grab this again. And try to find something different. Maybe there's a deeper part of the cave I can get to. Let's take a look. This looks like an end stronghold. Oh no, this is a trial chamber. Wow, that's pretty lucky. I mean, probably not a good idea to go in here, but still kind of cool. And now we have the coordinates to that, so that's nice. Just have to look back over these. And some gold. Always take that for sure. I don't usually end up getting gold before diamonds, I find, honestly. I kind of just go straight for diamonds, but honestly, any armor at this point is better than what I have, which is nothing, so. I'm as good as dead if I encounter a mob, so we'll try to avoid that as well. Get a chest plate. Cool. Not quite, but soon we will eat. Perfect. That's close. Ooh, some lapis. Ooh, more iron. Very nice, very nice. Okay. That's not good. Let's do this. And that. Perfect. I don't exactly know what has inspired me to start recording this, but something tells me that this will help me with a lot of other areas of my life. I definitely struggle with depression, and I think having at least somewhere to talk about my thoughts, even if it's just kind of like out there into the void, will definitely help. I've definitely gotten to a point as well where I've learned that you don't have to suffer alone, and that there's lots of people that care about me, and I hope that you can find that as well in life, and I hope that if you don't, you can find the strength to reach out and get started with that. Because I know how it feels to feel unlovable or feel like no one will get what you're going through, but there's not a unique experience in this world, and if you've been going through something tough, chances are someone else has too. So it's always better to suffer with someone else than to suffer alone. Oh, there's a nice little entrance here to the side. Well, that's good to know. It's kind of cool. I think one thing I'm noticing coming up, I definitely struggle to focus on what I'm saying while I'm playing a game, but more for the fact that it's I'm not used to the sound of my own voice. I'm not used to talking with no one else responding. I think that's okay. I think that's something that gets easier in time. Anyways, I've been working towards going to get therapy, and that's something that I've been really excited about because I've had my share of mental health supports in life, but I kind of got to a point where I couldn't really afford therapy, and I've just come to happen upon, thanks to a buddy of mine, a resource that has free therapy in my province. I live in Canada, and with that free therapy, even though it's once a month, like that's still a lot better than no free therapy, right? Like, or no therapy at all. So hopefully that helps me, because I've definitely been struggling to get the things that I need to get done. I think I can get my workload done. I can go to work, I can show up, and I can have a good attitude and make a positive impact on others, but anything more than that is really tough for me, and I'm struggling to get the other things in life done. All the little minor things. Christmas is coming up. One positive thing I had that I did was I got all the Christmas shopping done on December 1st. I tend to struggle a lot with putting it off, but I've communicated to the people that I'm close with and talked about what they want for Christmas, and fortunately I have a really chill really chill circle of people in my life, and they're pretty much all like, yo, we know you don't make a ton of money right now. We know that you care, kind of thing, and just do what you can. The thing I'm most excited for this Christmas is that I'm going to be just kind of having a low-key Christmas, spending it with my mom and my sister. We're going to have some home-cooked food that we're going to make, and it's kind of just going to be that simple, which is really exciting because I often find Christmas can be a really stressful time. I think that's common for a lot of people, which is unfortunate because I think Christmas is supposed to be a time to relax and unwind and just be around people you love, but I know for a lot of people it's family drama and stress and going over their budget. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, I'm sure that the time off can still be stressful. I know for a lot of people that there's just like too much going on around the holidays. I gotta find my cabin really quick. Or sorry, it's not my cabin, it's my mining shack. I promise I'll move away. I won't stay too long. Or at least I won't stay living in that for too long. One thing I'm gonna do before it gets dark here is I'm gonna start sugarcane maxing, and because I always love to enchant. One thing about me, I'm a guy who loves to enchant, so I'm gonna get some of those down. I should probably eat soon. One thing I guess I could do as well with the amount of torches I have, I can make this part of the island a lot safer. Because I'm not entirely opposed to fighting off mobs either. I don't know if this is dark enough. One thing not everyone knows, I didn't know this. You can see light level. Maybe it's not this. Maybe it's F3. Nope, that is not the right key. Well, I was going to tell you a super useful tip, but turns out I don't even remember. So, my bad. Let's turn this on. Perfect. Okay, so now we kind of have a little well-lit area here. So what I think we could do is we can start farming. Which this could be a run ending, to be honest. This could be a really stupid thing, but at that point, I mean, I could just delete this video. No one would ever know, right? Why not? I remember when I was in the 8th grade with my best friend, we were learning about the early colonization of where the Aztecs were, like with the Columbian Exchange, and I forget his name, but the Spanish explorer who, I mean, it doesn't really matter, screw that guy, right? But anyways, we learned about Aztec culture, and I always thought that the way that they did farming was fascinating. They called it chinampas. They're these little floating farms. And they just have these farms. Right. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Hopefully he doesn't have a trident. Okay, he doesn't have a trident. That could have been terrible. I don't know if they'd one-tap me with a trident, but that would probably two-tap me. Or maybe I'm completely wrong. Let's see if we can bop him. Nice. Okay, perfect. Nice. Sorry, I totally lost my attention span here. I don't remember. I was going on a tirade. Oh yeah, the Chinampas, right? So they don't have to water their crops because they're floating already on these dirt mounds. So the dirt was like hyper fertilized, which is fascinating, and it seems like an incredible way to farm, where you're not really disrupting the natural flow of things either, because you just let the earth do what it does anyways, right? You just add some crops into it. I think one thing I'm really looking forward to with this playthrough is kind of like tilling the landscape and making it really vibrant, you know, collecting different plants from all over all the different biomes. And I think this island could become something really beautiful. Unless I die, of course, which is inevitable. You see those runs where people have thousands and thousands of days, and all it takes is just a second, and that time is gone. It doesn't make the experience any less worth it, though. It's kind of the same with life. I've been thinking a lot about making my life meaningful, and if I'm doing enough to cultivate the life that I want to live, and I definitely get stressed sometimes and feel that maybe I'm not doing what I need to do. I think one element of self-acceptance that's really important is understanding that you don't always have to do everything at once. You know, like in our current day and age, there's so much pressure because we see all these people on social media that seem like they have all their lives figured out, and it's just not true. There are some people that have a whole lot figured out, but even the people that are living the lives they want to don't have everything figured out, because no one can. I find that a little bit comforting for sure, and I think for me that inspires me to just like take it a little bit easier on myself, not to the point where I'm enabling any procrastination or bad behaviors, but just being compassionate and understanding that I'm not going to get everything figured out at once. You know, I have this wonderful device in front of me that I can do any number of incredible things with, and it's overwhelming because there's so much dopamine available on this computer. But the truth is, I don't know where I was going with that actually. I think it can be a lot, and humans weren't meant to have the whole universe contained in these tiny pixels. Sometimes it's okay to just use it to play games, you know? Turn my brain off and just relax and have fun. I'd love to hear about your experience and your thoughts on anything, to be honest. Technology, the world. Start a conversation. I'd love to chat with you. If you guys have any ideas of things you want me to build on the island, I'd love to do that as well. Another thing that I've seen that I really enjoyed was there's this YouTuber I've been watching recently who somewhat inspired me. Where I struggle a lot with sleeping. I feel like I need some sort of background noise a lot of the time in order to fall asleep. And I've just been falling asleep to Minecraft gameplay with a little bit of chatting. And this YouTuber will make little plaques to commemorate the different people that comment nice things, so I'd like to do that. I think I'll find a comment that speaks to me. That if there are any comments, to be honest, because it might not be. I've seen the odd YouTube video here and there. I know how the algorithm can be a little bit cruel, but if there's any comments on this video, I'd love to put you down and immortalize you in this little slice of paradise that we've got going. Okay, that's spider, which is good because I'd like to go fishing. Weird. I think that spider might actually be from the trial chambers because there's a chance that it could have spawned and glitched out and spawned up here. Maybe I'm just tweaking again, but oh, it's two. Oh yeah, baby. Now we're talking. You know what? I threw it all out the window. Anything you were saying about projects, I know what we're doing for the next 40 episodes. Oh yeah. Perfect. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make a little fishing dock. Oh, it would not be complete without somewhere to unwind and relax. I think this is actually a terrible spot to have a flower because if a creeper pulls up, I'm kind of get blindsided. So we'll do this and we'll do that. It's a little better. I think what we'll do is we'll put a nice cute little fishing dock like right here. We'll do this. I think we'll go like this. One thing I really like about old Minecraft was how simple the block palettes were. I think it forced people to be a lot more creative. It was at a swamp in the corner. I think that's a swamp over there. Sorry, I haven't really had a chance to explore swamps very deeply yet. I've seen them, but I haven't like gotten any frogs or anything of that sort. So forgive me. I'm actually pretty excited to potentially do something with that in the future. Start putting your predictions in, of course, as well. How I'm gonna die, because it'd be pretty cool if you were like the first person who commented and you're correct. I don't know. Do you think I'll make it to the end of the game? I know. I mean, the Ender Dragon is, I wouldn't say it's crazy hard, but I've definitely died a few times to it. I can get somewhat careless, or even just too excited. One thing I suppose as well is I'll have to get used to little spells of silence and just enjoy the gameplay. So I think what we're gonna do to wrap up the episode is we're gonna go back in and we're gonna make a set of pants to fully suit up. And when we're done with that, we'll come out and we'll complete our fishing. We'll go fishing for a little while. And I think we'll call it a night after that. Because it's getting pretty late. We don't have quite enough for a set of pants, which is okay. We can put some copper in there and make some copper pants. That's chicken. That's not copper. I'll put this away. I think what we'll do is we will finish our little cabin. Also, I know I'm going to get comments about the door. It looks terrible. I know it looks terrible. I promise I'm not that terrible at building. I think we'll do something like this. A little seat. And now it's like a chill little... we'll do this. Perfect. Wouldn't be complete without a torch. We'll do that. That's awesome. Like this. And now I can just kind of chill. Fish over the edge. So I'm just going to finish up with a little bit of fishing here. And if you're falling asleep here or relaxing, I hope you have a great sleep. And if you're not, you're just getting started with your day, I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll leave you to it.